What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chasing Scratch. I'm your guy, Uncle Church, and if you have clicked on this video, I'm sure you've already read the caption and you know what this is going to be about. This is probably my most requested question to be answered. People have DM'd me wanting to know, because a lot of people are battling this, and it's a serious issue within the country, within the world itself. USA more than other countries. It's the health, our health and weight loss. I started out about a little over a year ago. I was 460 pounds. I was the largest I had ever been. I've always been a big guy. I've always battled it, but I always carried the weight well to where I was accepted in social circles. You know, I know a lot of people are shunned because of their weight. I never really faced that. I mean, there were things that were said that bothered me. We can't really get mad. I mean, we bring it on ourselves. But without going too deep into that, this is more about telling you how I did it and why I did it. Another big important thing, because this is Chasing Scratch, how it's affected my golf game, both positively and negatively. So, again, started at 460 pounds in November of 2024. I decided it was enough. Why did I do it? Main reason is family, kids. They need me around. I'm only 43, which is old to some, but in my opinion, it's still a young man with a lot of life to live. I did it for the health benefits, just feeling better. I was on the verge, if not already, diabetic. I know I was at least pre-diabetic. Ankles hurting all the time, just swelling. And I always attributed it to me living too rough of a life when I was younger. And, my joints just hurt. It was because I was fat. I was killing my body. I mean, my body could not keep up with the strain that I was putting on it by just simply getting up and moving through my day. In October of 2024, there were days that I couldn't walk. I would get up and it was just, I just can't do it today. I can't battle through this day. I mean, I would step down the steps and everything was just so fragile. I'm too young for that. So I decided that was another leading factor. I did not want to be having to take insulin shots and things like that. I wanted to live somewhat healthy the rest of my life. Also, heart disease runs rampant in my family. So, the strain of your body, the strain of your weight on your body couldn't be good for it. I was on high blood pressure medicine. I still am. Goal is to get off of that sometime. But as of now, I am still on the blood pressure medicine. My blood pressure runs perfect now. Even on the blood pressure medicine before, it would always run a little high. It runs perfect now with the blood pressure medicine. So that is a positive so far. And another reason we're all here was to improve my golf swing. I wanted to be a better golfer, and I felt like I did great. I played great golf for my weight. At 460 pounds, I was a single digit to 10 handicap. Always, I was always low 80s. I would shoot. At that weight, I've shot mid 70s a bunch, all the way down to touching par. So that was a big driving factor, is I want to be a better golfer. I want to be able to be a scratch handicap golfer. I want to play tournaments on my own ball, not some 2 or 3 man scramble. And I want to do it and not hurt. So that was another driving factor. Next up, how did I do it? The biggest thing that I can suggest to you is to move. Get out and do something. Just get out and move. I mean, even if it's just, walking around your house more, or take the steps when you could take the elevator, just anything like that. Just get moving. Use your app on your iPhone. Anything like that, just get moving, guys. Also, of course, you got to eat less. I'm a notorious night eater. I don't have to eat during the day, but at night I would just pound food and then go to sleep. Not the best, So I also cut out drinking. I stopped drinking in November of 2024. I know you guys have seen my wine series. That's just a sip here and there. I'm not going to become a drinker. I was a pretty big drinker. I would drink pretty much every day of the week, either at the golf course or out to eat with buddies. Anything like that, I was drinking. You know, and it wasn't just a couple, it was a lot. So I cut that out. That has been a really, you know, huge help. And also it's cut back on my gout. I had gout, which is another reason that I decided to do it. Gout was killing me. So that was just another huge driving factor there. Another thing that I've implemented, and I know it's kind of a hot thing on all social medias right now, is fasting. Fasting works, guys. Fasting is an incredible tool to add to your weight loss journey. Is it hard? Whew, absolutely. The longest I've done is 4 days. I've done a 4-day fast. Now, I've not done a dry fast. It's always been with water and black coffee and salt and potassium. Those salt and potassium to keep your electrolytes up so you don't get dehydrated, which is the biggest fear of fasting. But I've implemented that even in my everyday. I only eat 1 meal a day when I am eating. If I'm not doing an extended fast, I only eat 1 meal a day, and that's usually in the evening. And it's usually, I also use carnivore or some sort of, you know, mix of carnivore added with kimchi for gut health. So my favorite go-to meal is 4 scrambled eggs, 3/4 of a pound of ground beef. You can either leave the fat in or leave it out. You know, carnivore, they want you to have the fat. With probably a cup of kimchi mixed in and mixed up. Really good. Kimchi's not for everybody, but it does keep your gut health in check and helps you to not, you know, without going too graphic, you know. So kimchi is a good tool there too. So that's what I kind of do with my fasting. Working out. Do I work out? I don't do a ton of working out just because I do have a lot of joint issues from playing football, playing sports, and being just a rough in, you know, my teenage years, even all the way through my 30s. I played everything hard. I played football, basketball, softball, and it was, you know, I was not one that get out there and loaf. I wanted to be in the action, and I suffered a lot of, you know, wear and tear on my body for that. So a lot of working out's really not, I don't want to hurt anymore from working out. You know what I mean? My goal's not to be a bodybuilder. I just want to feel better. I want to be able to live and enjoy life better. So what I do is I use this guy here. This kettlebell, very easy on your joints. I try to do, that's a 30 pound. I try to do 100 kettlebell swings a day. I try to do 100 curls with a towel looped through it, you know, doing a couple of different variations, spread them, you know. I'll do some goblet squats, some halos, some side swings, you know, just get moving. Going back to my point, just get moving. I also use an Indian club, I think they call it. I don't know if that's going to get me canceled, but it is a club. It's weighted. This is only 4 pounds. I have several of them in different weights, but you know, I can just, you know, do some stuff like that. That's a huge help as well, just all around strength, you know, functional strength is what I want, not bodybuilder or power lifter strength. I just want functional strength. Supplements. This is another big one that everybody asks because another big trend is the Big O. I don't even know if I can say it on here without YouTube getting upset with me. It's the Big O, the shot. Have I tried it? Yeah, I've tried it. Done a few little rounds of it here and there. It always makes me dizzy. I don't know why, but when I stand up, it feels like my equilibrium's off. It's just not for me. Other supplements I use, nothing really other than I have a testosterone shot once a week. It's just because I'm 43 and my testosterone's low naturally. So I do get a test shot every week. Outside of that, sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, potassium, that's really it. I don't think your body really needs a whole lot of anything. Just as long like that, I think that carnivore diet is a really key thing that you don't have to add supplements into it. You're getting everything from the carnivore diet. Don't believe what everybody tells you that meat is gonna unalive you. It's not. Meat, eggs, beef, bacon, butter, and eggs, you live by those with pink Himalayan sea salt, you're gonna lose weight and you're gonna feel much better. Your body heals. Fasting allows your body to heal. And that's all this food we're putting in there is feeding all these bacteria in our body and make us just feel just terrible. So yeah, that's it. Food I eat. I already told you about the eggs and stuff. If I go out to a restaurant, I'm eating a steak. Try to tell them to keep the seasoning to a minimum. Season it with just, sea salt. Every once in a while, I'll throw a salad in there or some sort of sweet potato with no sugar or anything like that. I'm not strict carnivore. I try to stay primarily carnivore, but that's the food I eat. I don't really stray too far outside of that. I will treat myself from time to time and eat something, that I'm not supposed to have. Because if I sit down at dinner and there's chips and salsa there, and I haven't eaten a whole lot in a few days, I'll have some chips and salsa. Also, if we sit down and have some sort of bread and I haven't had bread in a while, I'll limit myself to one piece, but I will enjoy a piece every now and then. So that's kind of the food that I eat. Last but not least, how it has affected my golf game, both positively and negatively. I know it's hard to believe that there are negative impacts on the golf game from losing weight, but when you've played golf as long as I have and you've learned to swing around your body, there are going to be changes to your swing naturally that you're not prepared for, and it will affect your game. But it far outweighs the fact that I may not be here in 10 years if I didn't do this. I don't even know how you would put that. The risk is definitely worth the reward. The risk of your golf game going to absolute shit is worth what you're going to get in the long run. Now, how it's affected me positively, I feel better. I can play 36 holes and be fine. I'm not limping down to the green. I'm not dreading an uphill climb from, the fairway back to my cart if it's cart path only. I'm not dreading cart path only. Do I like it? No, hell no. But I don't get there and see cart path on. I'm like, I'm going home like I used to. We have several holes at our home course that are, especially through the winter, are cart path only. Outside of the par threes, we have a few par fours and a par five that is cart path only. I don't dread those anymore. And I know that eventually my golf game will catch up with my weight loss. I will learn to swing with my new body. My body's going to continue to change. This is not it for me. I am at 335 right now, and I'm not stopping there. Like I said, I carry my weight well. A lot of people say, I thought you were like under 3 by now. No, I'm 335, but I'm still going. This is still a battle. I want to be to my goal weight by my birthday, which is July 19th of this year. I don't know why I said this year, because it's July 19th of every year. My goal is 275. Now, once I get there, that goal could change, but my body, when I get under 300, I almost look too thin. I know it's crazy, but my face gets really weird looking under 300. But hey, if I'm continuing to see health benefits from losing weight, I don't care how small I get. I'm just going to do what I do. I'm going to continue to eat healthy and continue to feel better and hope my golf game gets down there where I want it to be, around scratch. So, guys, this is the question that I've gotten the most from everybody. Wanted to jump on here and kind of explain my process, my why, how I did it, that sort of stuff. Any questions or any encouragement, guys, I promise you guys can all do this too. This is not some magic potion. This is not some shot that's going to shrink you. It's taken me a year and a couple of months to get down 125 pounds. It doesn't happen overnight. So stick with it. If you're a big guy, big woman, whatever, even if you just want to feel better and you're not big, jump on board. Let's try these things. Feel better. Teach these things to our kids so our kids don't have to go through this. And let's continue to have a healthier lifestyle so we can be here longer and enjoy our time here on this earth. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any other video suggestions, please drop them in the comments. Hit me with a message on any platform. Guys, thank y'all so much. I have a huge giveaway coming. I'm not going to announce it yet. When I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, it will be an item that's worth $1,000 given to one lucky winner. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. This one especially. All the other ones, okay, this one could save somebody's life. So please, guys, thank y'all so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. We'll see you next time.